What's up, everybody? It's Tyler from Dirt Road Country here. I've got a great guest on here with me. She's preparing to put out her third country single of the year. It's called King of California. It comes out on the 15th. Dasha joins me. What's going on?
Hey Tyler, how you doing? Thanks for
I'm
having
doing
me.
very well. It is very nice to have you on here. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. It's very exciting talking to Dirt Road Country. Let's do it.
Yes. Now, we've got new music coming from you. Like I said, it's called King of California. Now, for those that don't know, I've been able to hear the song, and well, I'm going to let you tell everybody for yourself. Your last release is called Austin. This
Yeah.
song is about California, but there's a little tie between the two songs. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Ooh, yes, I'm glad you noticed that. So I always tell people like I'm a songwriter first. That's what I grew up doing, and I love. I was taught by Taylor Swift to do this, but I love incorporating the same characters into the same songs, but different timelines. So let me explain what I mean by that. In Austin, obviously, these two people are supposed to move to California. Me and this dude is supposed to move to California. He leaves me in Austin at this bar, and I'm like, okay, whatever, bye, move to California. Well, King California is about those 40 years. The last line of Austin is, in 40 years, you'll still be here, drunk, washed up in Austin. And I had just written that song a few months ago. I could not get it out of my head. And that last line stuck to me like, this feels like an opportunity for another song, like 40 years later. And so I was in a session a few weeks later with Lewis Castle from The Gifted. And I was like, I kind of want to write like the follow up to Austin. And so we like got in the room, we're talking about ideas, and I already kind of had the chorus written. And yeah, so we decided to write King California about those like 40 years of like, I moved to California, but I cannot get you out of my head. Like, nothing compares to you. The first line of the chorus is, I've been born in the orange with the King California, but not even the sun compares to you. So it's like, damn, after all these years, it's like, I'm still thinking about you. And then the line you're talking about is the last verse in King of California. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it ties in Austin quite perfectly. So I'm gonna let you guys listen to that one.
Well, kind of on topic with the song, but kind of a weird question. What is the world going to look like in 40 years? I mean, you think about the number year that's going to be 2063.
Right? I'm gonna be 63, for one. Um,
Hey,
probably flying cars, maybe, maybe not.
well,
Um,
being born in 2000 makes it easy to add your age. Just think,
right?
uh-huh.
Yep, 2000s baby. I don't even know. I don't want to think about the world. Hopefully, it's still here.
I sure hope so. The main
Yeah.
question for me is big Back to the Future fan here. They said they're going to be flying cars in 2015. We're going to have them in 2063?
They said 2015 was the.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go back and watch Back to the Future Part Two, they have the time machine where they go in ahead in time to 2015. They've got flying cars. They have hoverboards. Hoverboards happen, but
Well, my theory about flying cars is that they have the technology, obviously, to do that. They just haven't yet because gas is such a big industry. This
God,
country's
I
cap.
hope there's not flying cars. We're already going on autopilot for some cars. I mean, if you can't drive a car and you just go to autopilot, the world is over. That's all I have to say.
I don't know. The Tesla self driving is pretty fun. It's pretty cool.
Maybe I'll have to give it a try sometime. I don't know. I like being behind the wheel.
No, yeah, I get that.
Uh, well, getting back to the topic, you're new to Nashville, and it's a wild city for those who haven't been there. What's the transition been like for you?
It's been um it's been cool. I really like the people here. Everyone here has like such a air of southern hospitality, which I love. And being from California, obviously I love Californians, but like southerners are just really, really nice. And you like notice that. Um so I love that about Nashville, and I love how Nashville is like a small town in a big city. And I love the writers here, and I love how music is such a big part of the scene out in Nashville. Like, I've been in LA for the past 2 years, and obviously music is like one of the biggest things happening in LA, but also there's so much other things, other industries going
Mhm.
on in LA. And it's cool like that the main thing here is like music, especially country
Oh, yeah.
music. And so I love that about it. However, I still am like definitely adjusting, and like a new city is a new city, like I'm still trying to make like friends and like find like the people I love riding with and get in my routine and stuff. So it's an adjustment, but We're loving it.
Well, welcome to the city. And
Thanks.
we were talking about this before the interview, but you think of cold weather, and we're almost at the end of the year and Christmas time. Wouldn't it be nice to have California weather in Nashville? Because it sure does get cold.
You know, I've noticed the sun here is so different than the sun in California. Like it's just further away. And so it's just like the sun in California is like in your skin, like you just feel
Mhm.
it. Where in Nashville, it's like, oh, it's sunny.
Oh, I
Somehow
know.
I don't
That's
feel
how I feel. That's how I feel when I go to like Florida. It feels like
yeah,
the sun is
exactly.
ripping the skin off your back. But then you go up north or to Nashville or something in the winter, it's like, oh, it's like there's no sun present.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, so I need that sun. So yeah, definitely the goal is to move back to LA in probably a year or something, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well, hey, well, speaking of that, you actually put out a pop album earlier this year, and now you've got three country singles out. What is it like for you as an artist, having all that versatility to be able to put out pop songs, country songs, really anything you want? Because I feel like as an artist, that's kind of really beneficial and helpful to you to be able to know what you can make and what kind of sound you want.
Yeah. So the switch over to from pop to country was kind of this epiphany I had where, I grew up when I first started writing songs when I was like 8, 10 years old, it was all country stuff. I was obsessed with it. Like it's just like how I just naturally would write stuff because of the storytelling of it. I love a good story. And even in my pop stuff, it's all stories. It's
Mhm.
just, it's plain and simple. It's three chords and the truth. So I think I was masking country songs in pop production. And after I released my album, I love that album. I spent everything on that album. And Dirty Blonde is what it's called, the pop one. And after I released it, I was like, I don't know why I'm not feeling like this is me anymore. It just kind of felt like I was changing as a person in a good way. And I was like, I need something more. I need something different. And it was actually my brother's ex girlfriend. His girlfriend at the time was like, girl, you need to make country music. And I was like, what? Like, no, I make pop music. And she's like, well, all you ever listen to is country people and you're really good at storytelling. Like, just try it out. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So I kind of took that and I ran with it into sessions and stuff. And I started just being like, hey guys, I know I make pop music, but I want to make country now. Can we just try this out? And so by doing that, I wrote Austin within like a few weeks. And I was like, here it is. I found it. I found my new sound. Like, this is so authentic and real. And this is a sound that's going to like carry me home. Like, this is it. I know it. So
Well, as a listener, it is perfection.
thank you. I
Well
appreciate that.
done. Now,
Thanks.
2024, as I'm getting it, is a little too close to think about. So, with that in mind, what does your year look like for you?
Well, an album is coming out in early 2024, the first country album, and I'm so excited for that. Um, yeah, gonna hopefully be touring. Looking for a good manifesting a good opening slot tour with someone iconic and amazing. It's funny how fast those things fall into place. It's pretty
Oh,
last minute sometimes with
I
those
know.
things. Yeah, working towards that, and I've been talking to a bunch of like labels and publishers out here too, and I don't know. It could be I could end up at the Grammys or I could end up back in California. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. Who
Hey,
knows?
uncertainty is sometimes the best thing.
We're just gonna work really hard and see what happens.
Hey, just
But
keep doing it.
for sure, the album is going to be coming out. So
Well,
yeah,
before I
very
let
excited.
you go, now I'm very interested in this transition. You're talking about this debut album coming out next year. Now, who were some of the biggest influences that got you into country music in the first place?
Casey Musgraves, she's my girl. I love her. Her album, Same Trailer, Different Park. When I heard it, I can't remember what year it came out. Maybe 2013. I want to say I was 13 years old, and I was like, "This is a song. This is songwriting right here." And I just became obsessed with the way that she says something without saying it and her imagery and her storytelling and everything about it. And then I got super into Dolly Parton for a while, of course. I got really into Avril Lavigne, which is funny. I love her. And then recently the album has been inspired by Noah Kahan. He's just so
Love it.
incredible, and I just love his like personality, and he's such a good person as well. And so he's been a big inspiration for this new era. Yeah.
Well, those are all some great names. I mean, you mentioned Taylor Swift, who's been the face of the NFL for the last 2 months.
Can you
Uh,
believe it? Anything's possible. Anything's
yes.
possible, Tyler.
Well, if all you watching this don't already follow Dasha on Instagram, TikTok, and the other social media platforms, if you haven't streamed Austin and King of California because it comes out on the 15th, you go do it right now. If you haven't
Do it,
streamed, you're missing out. Go follow her everywhere. Dasha, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Tyler. I appreciate it. Talk soon.
Absolutely. Happy 2024 almost.
Happy
Happy
2024.
holidays and see you next time.
Sounds good.